Greetings. Doing this quick episode because, of course, everything I do is a matter of a public notice and a public address. I have to do a public notice and a public address because over the past 2 months, I've generated over $100,000 using this device, right? And had some jealous law enforcement, police, put liens, unilaterally put liens on my device without asking my permission. And I'm a humble guy, very humble guy, but I'm gonna have to reveal some things because it's getting deep. See, I have a beef with enforcement because enforcement visaed me. You have to have the private meeting with me to really talk about this privately. I do charge a lot of money for this because this is serious. I'm in the process of over a $10 million settlement over this because this is serious. This really happened to me because enforcement visaed me in my past life. They visaed me in my past life. And to get more into that, you would have to understand the ADAP chamber, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and the history of this country as it pertains and goes back to cloning to really understand this. See, a lot of people don't understand that when you read the book of Genesis, you read the Bible, and when it talks about let us make man from the flesh, or when it draws the woman from the flesh of the rib of Adam, but then it's another part that says, let us make male and female, created he them both. And it talks about God. This is a cloning experiment. And this experiment took place not so long ago. Actually, this experiment has took place over 6 different times on this planet, and the last time it took place was in the late 1800s. See, and that's what they're scared of me about because I have the records to pretty much trace back every single race on this planet and to prove that cloning took place on this planet, and many of the races come from a group of people. And I'm not going to say too much about this, but because it gets deep and it's weird. But to really understand it, you're going to have to research a lot of stuff. You're going to have to research street organizations, also known as gangs, and things of that nature, because of the fact that when Prophet Noble Drew Ali set up the Moorish Science Temple, they say that he died, and the police hit him. They say the police killed him. What they don't know is that was a private agreement that he had with some high-up mystics and the president at that time. And the police didn't kill shit. Actually, he went on to influence the Wachita Nation. See, this is what you don't know. Noble Drew Ali didn't die. He influenced the Empress Bernays. It's just a lot of stuff the black groups don't know. All of your black scholars, I don't care if it's Elijah Muhammad all the way down to Dr. Delbert Blair, to whoever you name, Bobby Hemmett or whoever, got their research from Noble Drew Ali, and Noble Drew Ali got his research from the actual people that did the experiment that I'm talking about in the 1800s. And they passed this research down to his family, and that's what he was really teaching. And it went bad because of the police. At that time, he made a lot of money, and they got so jealous of him that they actually sent 3 people to kind of mimic him and to mock him. It was actually the military. It wasn't really the police, really. It goes deeper than that. And they asserted people from the military into the police to do this. And they mocked him. These 3 males mocked him. You may know them. I'm not going to name them right now. Some of them became leaders. They were made that way, and they were cloned, and they mocked him to replace the teachings of what he was teaching because they was getting scared. He was making too much money. He was doing too much traveling. And history is repeating itself. So like when you talk about like on a modern day term, I'll give you an example. So when you talk about like the Vice Lords get their information from the Wachita Nation. Their flag, when they talk about love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, I'm going to do a part 2. They get that from the Wachita Nation. Don't get it twisted. So I'm in the middle of some beef, and it goes deep. It's some contract beef that my name is in with some hip-hop artists as well. And they claim that they're going to do this and that to me, and I'm supposed to be dead. This is serious. It's not even just the police, actually. It's actually they're hired by these artists or whatever. And they tried to get at me, actually, yesterday. Yeah. They tried to get at me yesterday, twice. But I'm not done yet, though. Because I don't discuss what I do here. But I strike back. That's all I'm going to say. I strike back. That's all I'm going to say. So, but it's important that I put that out there because when I strike back, I do it for credit. Y'all make money off of hitting these niggas because of the fact that I'm a real live sovereign nation. I don't take you serious as law enforcement as under commercial codes because the commercial codes are for clones. And I can prove this. And if a clone cannot put his hands on me or he'll have to pay over $1 million, of which I've already won before. And that's what they're mad at me about. So they put liens unilaterally on this device. They were taken off today. We're going to see if this video makes it up. If it does, you should see me back dropping information. I'm going to go a little bit more deeper into what I'm just talking about. But I'm just letting people know I'm okay. That's what it is, and that's what's going on. And I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to pretty much keep it moving and keep this going because it's kind of getting deep. I still have a few things to address when it comes to the aspect of how to really get into this position that I'm talking about. As far as sovereignty and like what they're going to really like require you, like what they're going to require of you if you get into this type of situation, because these type of situations will happen to you as what happened to me just a few hours ago or whatever. So these things happen. I have no worries. Like you say, I pretty much run myself like a real live government. So like when the military or somebody say they're going to get at me, I take it very serious and I will do what I have to do to get at the military or any operative or any threat that I see, because I have my own intel system and I don't need much. Yeah, I might be a humble man, but I can use small devices because I'm not a dumb African. So you have some dumb Africans or whatever that don't know how to use these devices. And I'm not a dumb African, so I know how to use these devices to protect myself. And I will continue to do that. Because like I said, they visaed me in my past life, man. It's deep, I swear. They visaed me in my past life, and I think I'm going to dedicate probably the next few episodes to talking about that. In addition to talking about, because this is not just a spiritual channel, this is a channel about UCCs and how to win, not lose. So I'm making this because I won. And hopefully this video makes it up. So I'm going to go ahead and shut down. I thank you for listening again. And as always, for those people that follow me privately, we're going to keep this moving.